Marc Bergevin, Marc Bergevin, Marc Bergevin. Oh, how you give me so much content in the off-season. Please don't ever work for the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Canadiens de Montreal have made a trade with the Arizona Coyotes. The Coyotes have traded Domi.
Oh, into the stands goes Domi. The glass knocked out. A fan is jumped in. Kevin Collins is in the middle of it.
Not that Domi. For not so popular in Montreal, at least within the GM and coach, Alexander Galchenyuk. Alexander Galchenyuk was the number 3 pick in 2012 and just never became that first-line center that they hoped he would be. There's a good player there. He's a 30-goal scorer. He's scored 108 goals within his career and 400-odd games. There is a player there that can play hockey. And this is where you start to look that this is a pattern for Bergeron. And in my opinion, once again, the Montreal Canadiens have lost this trade. This could be the first of a few moves, and this could be a little bit of a cap dump, because when they re-sign Domi, I don't think it's going to be at $5 million that Galchenyuk gets. So, we're going to take that aside, but this trade could be good if it leads to some other things down the road. However, if you go through Bergevin's track record, I mean, his last 3 trades really show that he's lost a little bit in them. PK Subban for Shea Weber. Sure, they got Shea Weber back, but he's not PK Subban, and he's a bit older. You lost a little bit there. Sergachev for Drouin. Drouin didn't become that first-line center you thought he would. You also gave a second-round pick off, and guess what? Sergachev was probably one of the key reasons Lightning had a great season this year. And now you go to this. Max Domi, who scored 36 goals in 222 games for an over 100-goal scorer in the NHL. Oh, boy. The issue is that you could say, oh, Max Domi's younger, he has a bit more upside. But I would say Galchenyuk probably has more upside in Arizona. So let's run through the seasons, shall we? Just this year. Galchenyuk had over 50 points and really struggled at the start of the season. Most of this year he played in the 4th line, every now and then being able to come up, but never got a chance at center. Hell, even when centers went down, Paul Byron got moved into center over Galchenyuk. So the team does not consider him a center at all. So we need to take the narrative out that they've traded away a center, because they haven't. They've traded away a winger at this point. The Arizona Coyotes' Max Domi really hasn't blossomed since that first season. His second year wasn't great, and last year wasn't good either. Sure, he had 45 points, but he only had 9 goals. And last season, he only had 9 goals. And this is the thing, the Montreal Canadiens this season could not score goals. They can't afford to trade away them. So unless this is a cap dump, this is a very bad trade for Marc Bergevin. Chaika, on the other hand, has managed to turn Max Domi into some gold. Being able to add a potential center, but just a winger that is better than Domi is an upside bar none. They have cap room, so this isn't a bad trade, taking on that $5 million on the books. And if they do manage to turn him into a center, then you have a nice 2A, 2B with Stefan and Galchenyuk, because none of them are first-line centers, but you kind of have like 2 second lines if you can get a winger or 2 in the off-season. So this trade's it's hard to reach a winner, but we do have to pick a winner, so let's go pick a winner. The winner is Arizona Coyotes. Both teams can do some stuff in the off-season to nullify this, but I think the Arizona Coyotes poise themselves to be able to do more in the off-season with this to make them look like the winner. It is not a good trade for Bergevin, and it shows, unless there's a lot that can undo this, in which case I'm putting that provisor out there because that means that this video doesn't seem null and void if he does do something, but it seems like a GM that's panicking and really fell out of favor with Galchenyuk. He wasn't going to be a Montreal Canadien next season. I think we kind of knew that, but the return on him, Max Domi, isn't very high. I mean, when both players weren't doing very well, couldn't you get Drouin for a much cheaper price a year and a half ago when he wasn't in the league and he got sent to the AHL for Galchenyuk? But no, you held on to him and then you got ripped off getting Drouin, and now you get ripped off with Max Domi. It may work out. I don't think it will, and I have a feeling that if I was a GM in the NHL like Chaika did, I would be calling Marc Bergevin up repeatedly to try see what deal you can get from them. Max Pacioretty probably won't survive this offseason as a Montreal Canadien. It'll be interesting to see what they get back for him. It doesn't look like they're after futures right now. It doesn't look like they're after rebuilding. It looks like a GM that doesn't know what to do. Anyway, that's the whole video, guys. What did you think about it? hit the like button down below. Comment, do you agree with me? Do you think Max Domi will work out? Do you think Galchenyuk will work out? I think Galchenyuk will. I think he'll be a 30-goal scorer next year. We also have a podcast. It's a Hockey Night. We'll be talking about this trade tomorrow, so go subscribe to that on any podcasty things. Castbox is really good if you want to get into podcasts. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a good day. See you, and bye.